Hey there, Christoph here. Update on where I am with the design for MyMattress. I think it's at a good point where we can talk about it maybe as a group and figure out what's missing still. I tried to mock up the majority of all the screens. Ideally, I would like all screens. I'm sure there are one or two missing. You just need to let me know which ones those are. And also, I focused on the unique elements that we need to design. I didn't focus so much on these kind of operating system panels and modals, but we could also add those in if that's helpful for a discussion. So looking at the cover screen, so either you don't even have an account and you need to enter your PIN, or you have an account, you need to enter your PIN to load your wallet, pretty straightforward. Then the home screen, if you don't have any Bitcoin, you just have an option to view your address to receive, and then or maybe go into settings. There might be some other things that we want to ask people there to update their security, or maybe that comes later once they actually received anything. Empty wallet maybe doesn't need to be that secured, but we can discuss. Once you have Bitcoin, it looks like this. If you're in single signature mode, you can send, receive, access settings, and then down here it slides up your transactions if you have any. Then if you are in double bed mode, meaning multisig mode, the theme changes to a night theme. So it's not completely black, it's more like a dark blue, nighttime blue. Then you also see a double bed here, and that's for larger amounts. Otherwise, everything stays the same. If we need to show some type of messages on the home screen, like setting up a recovery email and sleep more peacefully, you can do it like this, pretty straightforward. Also down here is the state for when you're receiving a transaction, it should show you down here. Otherwise, it should show you your one transaction today, or maybe last transaction 3 days ago or so. So that text down there should be contextual. Once you have transactions, pretty much just keeping it to a very simple list: status, date, and value. Not sure if we can show the euro or dollar value here, if we actually have a source for price data or conversion data, something we can talk about. Receive screens, very basic. You see an address. You can also review it here. You click it, it expands. You can add amount and description, which then if you share it, it would also be added to a share link or into the QR code. Settings, so here are the light settings. So your security mode, there might be some stuff missing. Let me know what's missing in the settings here. So I've set recover email, change PIN, and then your security mode, which is currently single bed, but since single bed might not be obvious, it also tells you that this is for the cloud backup. You click it, it tells you what your current security mode is. You can export the backup, or you can switch to a double bed for better security. Now, if you are in double bed mode, it looks like this. And then you have slightly different options here in the mode detail screen. So you can export the key or back up the key, or you could export or back up the multisig wallet configuration. Let me know if there's anything missing, or you can switch back to a single bed for more convenience. And maybe there's a recommendation here, like if you're in a single bed mode and says, you have 10 Bitcoin here, you really should update if you can, if you have hardware devices. So single bed setup, pretty straightforward. If you decide to go back to a single bed here, it says, this is the switch, this is what's going to change. However, be aware, there is a transaction involved to move the funds from the old one to the new one. But in turn, you get full control over this wallet here directly from this phone. Not totally sure what all needs to happen here, but then there's a confirmation that tells you, what has changed, and then that the funds will be transferred. Looking at double bed setup, it's the opposite. So it says, switching security mode to a double bed. Here, it's more important that, people are aware that they will need to have those hardware devices, 2 of them, which ones are supported. And then also next screen, once people press continue, says, okay, be aware the transactions involved, it's going to cost a little bit. Then I think we've talked about this before. Before you start, make sure you have your adapter and your hardware wallets ready. On your cold card, export the key, connect SD card to the phone again. Then it detects the key, or the card pulls the key over. And then, you do this with the other one hardware wallet, and then, you're done. Tells you that you can view all transactions, but you need to sign transactions on the hardware device before you can send them off, and funds will be transferred over. There's also the Multisig backup, which could be part of this flow also. Not totally sure, you gotta let me know. That you can also just with one button, send this coordination text file to iCloud, which I assume will be some type of OS specific UI, and then tells you export was complete. You can also show when this export was last done in the settings screen, if that's helpful. Multisig send, I'm not sure if this is completely done yet. Haven't paid too much attention to it, but I think send is, you scan your QR code. If there's no amount, you enter one, pick your fee, connect the SD card, connect your hardware wallets one by one, and then you need to approve it. And if you're on a single sig, then you basically don't need these steps here in the middle. And that's it for now. I feel like there are a lot of screens here, but I do really hope it covers almost everything. But let me know what's missing. It would be amazing to get through this over the next 2 weeks and just nail this design in every single detail, which would then make implementation a lot easier. So let me know. Thanks.